Welcome, my friends. Welcome. We are back. We are back. Hey guys, welcome. We are simulcasting once again on YouTube Live. We are on YouTube Live and on Twitch and on Brax Me right this moment. So I can see your comments if you're hello Karen, hello Moira. I can see your comments if you're on YouTube or hello Karen is also on YouTube. No, wait a minute. Is that also showing comments on? Wow, it's combining my Periscope comments too. Awesome! It's actually working. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I integrated the Periscope comments to the video, and it's actually doing it. It's actually doing it. Wow! I can't believe it. Wow, so now the comments are actually combined now for all of them. Periscope, Twitch, and Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. So I can't really distinguish. It's going to be just going to get mixed in here from all of the above. I cannot see comments from Brax. I saw that for the first time today. No, I was experimenting with it. I wasn't sure what's going to work. And here it is. It's working. So okay, so I guess I'm also live on Brax. I can see myself on Brax here. What channel am I on? Okay, I'm on KBRX Talk on Brax. Okay, so for those of you who are watching me, who are Periscopers, I'm demonstrating to you here very simply a integrated chat from. Yeah, you can actually turn off chat on Periscope because it's going to show up there anyway on the screen. So you can actually hide the chat on Periscope if you want, and then you can just watch the chat going on on the video. Okay, and I'm actually I'm on an iPad, so the chat from Periscope is separate anyway. So for some of you, it may be confusing. How are you too late for love? How are you? I hope you're not too late for love. I hope you're not. Oh, Domingo just subscribed. My gosh, I'm getting all these special alerts showing up now. Oh my gosh, I'm so high tech. Can't believe it. Can't believe I'm so high tech. So people. I'm broadcasting multicast on Twitch, on Periscope, on Brax.me, on YouTube, and I'm using Streamlabs as my platform, Streamlabs OBS. And the only thing I had to do was really log in to my Periscope account, and for the first time, it let me log in my Periscope account. And I am now at 300 subscribers. So let's get this up and running to a higher number. How about we shoot for 330? Let's shoot for 330 subscribers on YouTube. And I don't want you to just to subscribe to me. There's got to be a reason, right? I mean, why would you subscribe to? No, got plenty of love. Okay, too late for love. Okay. uh, uh, there's got to be a reason for you to subscribe to me, and the reason is you subbed last night. Thank you, Open. You subbed last night. The reason that you should subscribe to me is actually I'm making short videos that are different from what I'm doing on Periscope. So I'm going to be doing that this coming week. Yes, I'm at 300 a moment ago. Let's see if that increased. So I'm at 300 subscribers. I'm at 301. Yes, again, I'm going to give you a value here because what I'm going to do on YouTube is different from what I'm doing on Periscope. And I was showing you my new camera, which I used today. And this is a selfie camera, selfie video device. So I can actually, look at myself when I'm doing a video, so I can see if I'm on screen like that. Fancy little device here, and then I can kind of like do it in high resolution. This actually records in 1080p, 60 frames per second, so it's very very high resolution and just perfect for YouTube. Different how it's the content's going to be different because what's going to happen is what I will lay out the technical arguments or the arguments in YouTube, and then Periscope will be the way to discuss it in detail for you to ask questions. But the main explanation will come from YouTube, like the technical explanation for the passwords were actually done on YouTube, not here. Here, I assume you've already seen the discussion of why passwords have to be structured in a certain way. And that's what I put on YouTube. So it's going to be different. Okay. So for that reason, you don't want to miss out on content, because if you understand what I do here, then you're going to benefit greatly if you can watch the many videos I'm going to be making. I'm going to be making a lot of them. Likely, on days I'm not scoping, I will be putting probably during this early time. I'm going to be doing a lot. It's going to be several a week, and then I will slow down as I have a lot of it now. Then I'll slow down a little bit and see where it's gonna see what the topics are at hand, and then do it like that. So please subscribe to me on YouTube, and you will see some new videos on there already. And I will thank you, George Morando, for subscribing to me on YouTube. Thank you. This is so awesome. I'm getting like subscriptions showing up on screen. I can't believe this actually. I can't believe this is working. First time today. So first time today, it's working with combined comment from Periscope, Twitch, YouTube. I watch your vlogs. I have more vlogs coming up. Better to be regular rolling out the videos. Yes, I will be regular rolling out the videos. I have a new setup, new camera, and I just realized today that I don't have to actually broadcast here when I'm doing the vlogs. I can do it anywhere. I can be on the beach. So I may go on the beach and say, hey, this is a vlog on WPA3, and we're going to do it on the beach. What the Zuck do you care where it is? How do you get the animated guy when somebody subscribes on YouTube? How do you get the animated guy? It's part of Streamlabs. It's, if you want to do this, you do it on Brax.me. This is all done, with Brax.me integrated with Streamlabs. That's how we do it. Go to brax.me. MW Rabbit, thank you for subscribing. We're up to 305 subscribers. Thank you so much. This is gonna be awesome. I'm actually changing into being a YouTuber. Can't believe I'm saying that. I'm a sucking YouTuber. I'm not even a millennial. I'll be one of the few non-millennial YouTubers. So maybe I can make a living off YouTube. Thank you. Too late for love. So maybe I'll be a millennial on YouTube. I mean, be a millennial on YouTube. Maybe I'll get rich from YouTube. Richard, Starlight Karaoke says I can get rich from YouTube. I don't think so, but thank you, Cody Live. Thank you. Yes, I am not an experienced broadcaster. I learned on the spot. I learned here. Okay, it's the skills for broadcasting did not come automatically. Let me reduce the font just to show you I can do this. The font's a little big on the comments. I'm going to reduce the size of the font just a tad as a test, and then we'll see what happens here. But just reducing the font size a little bit here, and then. Oops, this is not easy to do. Okay, just hold on. Reducing the font size a little bit. So it's not so big. Okay, so just so it's not too big. Most older people can't learn as fast. Well, Angel, yeah, I'm. Thank you, Chris, for subscribing. Thank you. So I want to have a little bit of a presence on YouTube, and we have up to 308 subscribers, and it's really hard to have a presence when I got 32,000 followers on Periscope, and I have 300 on YouTube. It's like nothing. Thank you, S. Monroe. Thank you. Hello, Harley Dude. Are you subscribing to me on YouTube, Harley Dude? So I need to reach you on all these platforms because I want you to learn from me in a completely different way. So I think you're going to enjoy what I'm doing here. I will not stop broadcasting on Periscope because Periscope will be my way of interacting with you. And security token error, what does that mean? I don't know. In what context? I mean, you got to give me a context. Security token error doesn't mean anything by itself. It means your password was rejected. Okay, so anyway, the topic tonight, more piano. Yeah, I will be on Periscope. I have music. Tomorrow will be a band rehearsal, Maui. We're gonna play music of the band tomorrow. Reset your password on Brax.me. We're on a YouTube subscription marathon. Yes. No, actually, no. It's not a marathon. It's just it's happening as I talk about my topic today, which has to do with Wi-Fi. So some people, I broached the subject of Wi-Fi when I was talking about passwords, and apparently a lot of people still don't understand, some of the issues with Wi-Fi. And some are even asking the same questions like, how come my Wi-Fi is slow? And still not understanding some of those. YouTube subscription drive. Well, might as well do something, right? We're up to 309 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah. So staying to come for the squash thing for the YouTube street cred. Same for you. But this is actually a little bit more than that. This was an experiment today, showing if I can combine the comments on 3 different platforms. And right now we are combining the comments on Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. Okay, Periscope, Switch, and Twitch. Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube are in here. And so if you say something crazy like Monkey Man J, it shows up on the Zucking video permanently. Zuck. Monkey man in the Zucking house. Also, because of the number of comments that the people will actually see on Periscope, I mean on YouTube, you can actually see that there's a lot of interaction here. So when when Kelp argues with me, everyone on YouTube can see Kelp argue with me, because they don't understand who I'm arguing with. They don't understand I'm actually arguing with Kelp, so they will actually see that when they come into my scope, when I watch this on YouTube. There, they will actually see. You're not crazy? Well, Kelp will be visible at least. Where are you, Kelp? Okay, so topic tonight is Wi-Fi, and anybody planning on buying a Wi-Fi router? Anyone planning on buying a Wi-Fi router anytime soon? Anyone buying a router? Nobody's saying anything. We don't need any Zucking routers. We have good internet. Yeah. So anyone thinking about buying a router? So the problem is that we're at the time that's kind of he just bought one. So not for another 4 months. Okay, if you're gonna buy in 4 months, I would wait a little bit. Recently. Okay, so if you're thinking about buying a router, hold off. Hold off. Because in a very short amount of time, it's going to change again. Okay? It's going to change in a very short amount of time. So it's kind of going to be bad news when you buy something and it ends up to be incompatible with new changes that are going to happen. And the changes that are going to happen is the next batch of Wi-Fi routers will feature WPA3. And Great Gold was asking me, where do I buy WPA3? Well, if you go look at Amazon, you will find none. There is no WPA3 available yet unless you want to create your own firmware, which you can do. So, and I'll explain that as well. So, yes, WPA3, which is not, it's a new standard for Wi-Fi. Currently, you're all logging into your Wi-Fi using typically WEP, WEP, or WPA2, or WPA TKIP, and so on. So, all these other old versions. So, the newest version is WPA3. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem with WPA3. So the standard was released last year, and unfortunately, as of today, there is no operating system that supports it. As of today, there's no support from Apple. There's no support from Microsoft. There's no support from Linux for WPA3. Some routers can be converted to WPA3 in test mode and beta using custom routing software. For example, from DDWRT. That's the name of the custom routing code that you can open source that you can try out. And it's still buggy. It doesn't actually work well yet. And there's actually no way to test WPA3. It's really more for seeing if it's compatible with WPA2. So anyway, that's the new stuff that's going to be coming out. And I need to explain to you how your current routers can be hacked and what will happen when WPA3 comes out. Now, as of right now, I'm going to tell you, hello, Reda Moore. I'm going to tell you right now that WPA3 will not be adopted widely, probably till at the earliest at the end of the year. At the end of the year, I need to hack Reda Moore's Wi-Fi, but I'm on YouTube now, so I don't want somebody to say, "Hey, you said on YouTube you're going to hack Reda Moore," and then Reda Moore gets hacked. He's going to blame me. Okay, so we don't want that. So, no, I'm not going to hack Reda. Okay. Okay, Reda, you're safe. You're safe. Okay, so the question that we will go back to WPA3. we're gonna. I do. What are your political beliefs? I do. Let's go back. Let's go back in time now. Let's go back in time now to today, and not worry about WPA3 in the future because it's gonna be a while before that's implemented. And we're gonna talk about your Wi-Fi today and what I can do to your Wi-Fi. So let's say I'm hacking you. What can I do? You ought to understand some of the risks. And then there's yes, I am live on YouTube right now, Retta. I'm also live on Twitch, and you can see the comments combined from Twitch, from YouTube, and from Periscope. The comments are combined. Okay, this is the first time I've done it today. And if you want to do this, I'm offering this to all Periscope VIPs. In the month of January, I'm offering this feature free to Periscope VIPs. Yes, laugh so hard at Twitch. Yes, I don't really care about Twitch, but it's just part of it. I'm doing it because it's here. Hello, Peter. So anyway, the question is, what can I do to hack you and your Wi-Fi? There's a little bit of a confusion on the subject matter because last year we were exposed to something called crack, Krack, which enabled somebody to hack routers, and I didn't really understand the actual technical explanation for what the threat was. And when I read it, then I understood what the effects are more clearly, because at the very early stage you just get a snippet of what it's supposed to be, and I wasn't sure. I just know there was a hack. So what can I pass on to you, the knowledge that I have about this? From what I understand, that crack is not really a threat anymore to anyone as of today, because the threat actually occurs on the client side. It's actually not a threat that exists with any home router. It may have been a threat with repeater routers if you have one of those, and it may be it's a threat mostly to people using devices that have not been patched. And as of today, pretty much they've all been patched. Linux, current versions of Windows and current versions of iOS and Mac OS X, all of those have been patched. So if some of you are still on some old thing like, XP, or you're on iOS 10 or something, then sorry, you're zucked. The rest of us are okay now. So if you have an up-to-date OS, as of last year up to date, then you really don't have anything to worry about. If you updated your computer anytime last year, you're actually okay. Okay, if you received any update all last year, you're fine. So on any of those platforms. So pretty much we can put crack aside as an attack. Crack, by the way, did not break passwords. Crack did not break passwords. What crack did, and it's not the drug it's not the street drug. Crack with a K. What crack did was allow somebody to listen in to encrypted traffic. It doesn't break a password. If you crack a Wi-Fi, you can actually listen to the traffic just as if it was not encrypted. That's what the intent of the crack hack is, and we don't have to worry about that now. So I'm not gonna really focus my attention on crack now. What happened is nothing has changed with respect to Wi-Fi hacking. You can still hack Wi-Fi using the same normal rules of brute force attack and dictionary attacks that I've told you when I was talking about passwords the last few broadcasts. So back to the beginning here, we're really back to the same question of what to do to keep your password from being hacked, because the only way to protect your Wi-Fi right now is to make sure your password is safe. And I'm going to give you some of the same rules that I just explained in password setting. Again, if you do not pay attention to the password, on your device. It'll be a simple matter to hack it. Very simple matter. And this is the flaw that is built into the current standard called WPA2. It's a flaw in the standard. It's the way they handle the exchange of passwords. And the flaw is still in existence, so you will still get an issue. Side note, ominous message you got there. Well, Kelp, your comments are now showing on YouTube. So your comments are now, people will now understand. People will now understand what I'm talking about when I'm responding to you, and they can't see your comment on the video if they're watching on YouTube. Now they can see your comment, so they can look at your argument and see if the argument is sound. So the question now is, what can I do to hack your Wi-Fi? Well, I told you when we were doing the password video and broadcast talking about what to do with passwords, that there's two kinds of attack. There's offline and online. And again, some of you asked me this question, and I want to make sure that you understand what I'm talking about. When I say an online password, it's when you have to go to some website or an app. You have to go through the internet. If you have to cross the internet to put in a password, that's called an online use of the password. If the use of the password is local to your machine or does not cross the internet, I'm going to refer to that as offline, an offline attack. What I told you in the last few broadcasts is that if your password is used for, let's say, Periscope or Twitter or whatever, and it's going to be a attack online, pretty much you don't need to go over 8 digits, alphanumeric with a upper lower and a special character, as long as the password is not something that can be found in any kind of dictionary, including dictionary of all passwords, and in any language. Okay? That's the issue. If you're where is, I'm back. You're back, where is. If you're doing it online, as long as you think about the issue which I explained yesterday in my broadcast yesterday, about making the password not be in a password dictionary, then your only issue is that it has to be 8 digits. That's it. It doesn't have to be completely long, and the only time you ever have to worry about it if it gets hacked. And I told you about having password tiers, so that you have tiers of passwords for the security level of the site. So normal financial websites, you use one different password, use a different site password for social media, and then you use another password for useless social media or useless apps or useless websites, things that you don't really care about and don't trust them to have security. So if you follow my rules, then chances are you don't really need to worry about much of anything else when it comes to online. The issue now is offline. Because offline can be subjected to pretty heavy barrage of a brute force attack. And in case you don't understand, Salvatore gifted Sparkle worth 33 coins. What is that? How do you do that? What is a Sparkle? What is a Sparkle 33 coins? That's awesome. I've never seen that before. Wow, I'm learning something new here. Is that like a super heart? What is that? How did I get what is a Sparkle coin? Do I get to cash that out? What is that? Or those are super hearts? Oh, okay. They're your super hearts? Okay. So oh wow. Gifted Sparkle. Okay, I didn't know what Sparkle was. So that's like wow, learning something new here. By the way, people, if you're Periscope broadcasters, you should learn from what I'm doing here. If you're a Periscope broadcaster, you should learn from what I'm doing here. I am multicasting on Periscope, Twitter, and YouTube, and Brax.me, and I'm combining the chat from all three, and you're seeing it there. And it's actually not that complicated to do once I figured it out. Each sparkle is 33 hearts. Okay, you mean, what is a sparkle? They said 33 coins. Sparkle is is kinder passion. What the Zuck does that mean? I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate it. Whatever it is, I appreciate it. And then somebody else, Rich, the whole Bitcoin thing is never going to gain legitimacy as long as they got the sounds associated. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Go Rice Girl. Go Rice Girl. This is a combined comments. Go Rice Girl, this is combined comments from Periscope, YouTube, and Twitch. Okay, Go Rice Girl. This is now combined with all the comments from all of the above, all of the platforms. Except for Brax.me. I'm not publishing the comments on Brax. I'm not publishing the comments on Brax. And yes, we have 310 subscribers so far. So please subscribe to me on YouTube. What is the noise? I don't know what the noise is because I don't have a sound on. I'm paying attention to the showmaster and those charm sounds a tad distracting. What is the Zach? I'm going to have to listen to the replay. You have to use Streamlabs OBS. Yes, Go Rice Girl, that's all you have to do. Use Streamlabs OBS and Brax Live for the multi-stream, and then you're done. I don't know if you can configure if it makes a sound or not. I don't know, but this is sounds like a slot machine. So I'm going to have to watch the replay to see what it actually sounds like. So to comment on YouTube, need to have a channel. Okay. So anyway, back to Go Rice Girl. So again, to explain what I'm doing here, I'm broadcasting using Streamlabs OBS, and then I'm broadcasting through the restream capabilities of Brax.me, which are going to Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, and Brax.me. Brax.me is automatic. You don't have to pay attention to it. It will automatically stream to that, and the rest you just have to put the stream keys for those platforms on Brax, and put the URL given to you on Brax to put on your Streamlabs. And then the Streamlabs, the only thing you got to do on Streamlabs is log into the accounts that you have, meaning log into Twitch, log into YouTube, and log into Periscope. I could not use Periscope here before because they wouldn't let me log in unless I had a Twitter-based Periscope account. And today it allowed me to log in using my phone number account because I have a phone number account. And and if you share on Twitter, obviously I'm also live on Twitter. Okay, so this is pretty cool, and it's active now, and any other broadcaster can make use of this if you use my platform, and then combine it with Streamlabs. Then all you have to do is insert a widget on the screen called a chatbot. That's it. I didn't really configure the chatbot. It seems to have done it automatically. I don't really have to do anything on the chatbot. I just, you just resize it and position it, and it takes care of itself. All this logging and tiring social media accounts is not good for security. All this logging in, tiring. So I'm not asking you to log into Twitch or anything else. It's just important to see YouTube because I'm going to put my content, a lot of content, different content on YouTube. I also went and studied the YouTube way that it profiles us and found that as long as you clear your activity control and clear your history and clear your cookies, it actually wipes out everything and knows about you. It said I shared on Twitter and I didn't. You mean screwed up? Zuck, go Rice Girl. What's going on? That's interesting. So anyway, so this is a kind of an experiment, and it's maybe I need to tweak it, or do I need to reduce the size of the comments? And you took a screenshot, Zuck. You can blame Streamlabs for that. You can blame Streamlabs. So this is really an important thing I'm doing here, because what I'm intending to do, and I just want to make it clear, what the approach is, because I am not going to be departing from Periscope at all. This is not about leaving Periscope. It's not about setting up a YouTube and then exchange it for Periscope. That's not my intent. The reason is the interaction part of Periscope is really unbeatable. I'm able to talk to you and have a conversation on Periscope that I'm not really able to do with people on YouTube. So to me, it's still critical to maintain this interaction that I have with Periscope. The problem is a Periscope kind of discussion on a topic, like a tech topic, like I have. Often we get distracted because we're focused on whoever's asking the question, and then you can't really make that many important points in a sequence unless you watch the whole thing from beginning to end. So that's not really conducive to that kind of teaching. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go on YouTube and use YouTube to actually teach you, and then use Periscope to discuss what I'm teaching. So this topic that I'm doing today on Wi-Fi is really related to the password topic that I posted on YouTube, and you can watch the video on how to construct a password. And then that is now being discussed here on Periscope individually and with can e-teaching not be done on Brax.me? I will not get any new viewers, Salvatore. The whole point is to get viewers. You can talk only on Brax.me if you want. The idea is to get new followers and new viewers so they can hear my message. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck with, losing to Zuck. Because Zuck will say, this guy's a sucking loser. He doesn't have that many people listening to him. Right? So I need to get a reach. I mean, unfortunately, Periscope is not a good reach, because people on Periscope come in here only for a few months and they leave. I have 32,000 followers on Periscope, and only 2,000 of those may be current. Maybe 30,000 have already left Periscope. Why not fight the beast on his turf? Stream from Zuck. Why don't you do it? Kelp, you stream on Zuckbook. Why don't you stream on Zuckbook? Why don't you watch my video on Facebook and tell me if you're going to do that? Oh yeah, I'm going to go on Facebook with my real Zucking name and go have them spy on me and have them track everything I do, including my credit card purchases, and require me to have my phone number on there so they can sell my phone number attached to my name and sell it to a third party. Yes, smart. Smart. Yeah. Right. So it's like just like World War II. So why don't you preach in Germany? Why don't you talk about the evils of Germany in Germany? Why don't we'll drop you off on a parachute and go on the street and talk about all the evils of Hitler right in Germany? Come on, Kelp. Make Zucking sense. Salvatore, I said I tested it, and I tested YouTube. YouTube is not doing anything invasive. It's forgetting what I want it to forget. So when I want YouTube to forget it, it does forget it. So I like that. Okay? I like that. I was able to. I'm here in Germany. Yes, you're here. You're. I forget Peter is in Germany. Then wasn't using Germany as an example because of you, but but Kelp is just like giving me sometimes some arguments that doesn't make any sense. It's like he just wants to. YouTube forgets. In testing, it does. It's not that I trust it. In testing, it was able to forget. Again, I'll give you the example, and we're kind of deviating from the topic. Okay, we're kind of deviating from the topic. Unfortunately for me, YouTube is the second largest search platform in the. Hello, Shy Blues. How are you? Haven't seen you in a while. So unfortunately, whether I like it or not, YouTube is the second largest search engine. So if I don't have a presence on YouTube, then I'm not going to get followers, and I'm not going to go past my views to people that can benefit from my message. My problem is I can't do that on Facebook, because the danger on Facebook is if I'm actually promoting you to stay there and watch me, then I'm actually contributing to your I'm bringing you to the dark side right there. Oh, just not on Scope that much. I'm broadcasting on YouTube right now, Shy Blues. This is a simulcast on YouTube, Twitch, Braxme, and Periscope. Hello, Miss Purple. So you should remove it, boycott. Yeah. So if you want to watch me on an alternate platform, I'm going to see your comments wherever you are. I'm not going to distinguish the comment, if whether it's be from YouTube or elsewhere. I'm going to see it. Okay, so the comments will come to me from whatever source, and it will be visible to me. So you can talk to me on any platform. Okay. So right now I'm seeing comments from three platforms, which is Twitch, Periscope, and YouTube. And why did Red and Moore laugh about Twitch? I mean, I'm not a gamer, so I don't really, not going to gain any followers from Twitch. Neither am I looking for followers on Twitch, but it's just there. So what the Zuck? I'm going to do it. So please, if you want to benefit from my new approach, which is to put the instructional videos on YouTube, I'm going again to repeat what my approach is. I'm putting my instructional videos on YouTube, and I'm going to use my live streams to discuss it. So when I'm doing the live stream, you can ask me the questions. When I do the videos, it's going to be to the point. Here it is. Here's the explanation. And I'm going to have a lot of those videos. I'm starting this week. I did 3 videos last week. I'm going to do many videos this week as well. And I'm going to pump out a lot of videos. I got my fancy vlogging camera here. It's basically a selfie. It's a selfie video camera with, high resolution video camera. So I can look at it and just talk. So I'm going to be using this on YouTube. Okay? So again, that's why you should follow me on YouTube, so that I can get some visibility there. And hopefully we'll get other people to catch the message that I talk about. That's a Canon G7X Mark II. Okay, so please follow me on YouTube, and you will see this live broadcast right now there as well. You can talk in either platform, but if you don't follow me, or if you don't subscribe to me on YouTube, then you're not going to see those videos that I'm talking about. So I'm Rob Braxman on YouTube. So subscribe to me as Rob Braxman on YouTube. Thank you, Salvatore, for giving me sparkles again. Whatever those sparkles are. Does that camera have a hot shoe? No, Enlighten Up. This is not a standard camera. It's specifically for vlogging. No, Look why you can't have a hot shoe. How do you have a hot shoe? This is in the way. See? And you can actually change the angle of this so you can actually see how, you can flip the screen up in any direction. It will actually flip the video depending on how you're looking at it. Okay? So, no, you can't put anything on top. It's very, very compact. It's smaller than my hand. I can put it in my pocket. No, it's a Canon. Sony's expensive. The Sony device is like $1,000, over $1,000. No Enlighten Up. I use umbrella lighting here. No. This it does have a no. It does it has a flash, but I wouldn't use it. Not for videos. It has a flash here, but who's going to use it on videos? We don't need it for videos. Go Rice Girl. I'm talking about the truly vlogging equipment. If you want to do some serious vlogging, then you need a more fancy thing like this, where you can do a selfie, because there are not that many things that can do selfie videos. Okay, Go Rice Girl. Selfie videos. It's almost a very specific thing, The phone quality is just not good enough. I mean, compared to this, the phone kind of like, pretty awful. So the quality on this is very high. In fact, the problem is the quality is so high you can see my face in so much detail that you can see every zucking pimple. Yeah, Go Rice Girl. The official, the one that is used for vlogging is the Sony RX100, I believe. Got to check the number there. It's a Sony RX, the much higher end camera. I don't want details. So some more high end. So anyway, for those people who are, is the GoPro okay? No, Salvatore. GoPro sucks big time. I have a GoPro. Okay, I have a GoPro. GoPro is pretty much never used. I never use it. The reason you can't use GoPro is that it doesn't work in low light. It's really made for outdoors. It can't be used indoors. The lens isn't good enough for use indoors. It's very poor indoor camera. I can't even do a music gig with it. It will come out too dark. Okay, so no. Yeah, it's not. If we're talking about the quality of the video, GoPro is perfect when you're skiing out on the mountains and it's very bright, and those kinds of scenes will be perfect. Otherwise, dump it. Not really that useful. Your phone is pretty sucky too. I mean, phones. I have an iPhone 10 here, and not really all that good for video compared to this. I mean, the quality is like 10-1. This one is doing 1080 at 60 frames per second, and the quality is like many times better than the iPhone. Yeah, many times better. So if you're gonna do any kind of video vlogging, then that's the one to use. So I'm not even caring to bring the numbers up on Periscope, because that's not really the point anyway. The point is to see if people need to. My teaching videos that will be on YouTube will be succinct, to the point, under 10 minutes, and you get the whole story instead of the hours long explanation I have to give here on on Periscope. So in the interest of time, you can interact with me here, but in the interest of getting my message across, you need to watch the videos, and I'm going to be doing so many of them. If any of you have seen my website, whatthezuck.net, you can see so many topics on there, and there's many that I have not even put into whatthezuck.net because there's so much of it that there's so much, and I don't have time to explain. So please follow me on YouTube. We're up to 312 subscribers as of the moment. Maybe we can get to 3:30 before we end this broadcast. So please follow me on. Not subscribe to me on YouTube, so you can get these new videos that I'll be making, and it's going to be to your benefit. Trust me. Isn't half this about interacting we can't with videos? That's exactly right, Kelp. Exactly. That's why you're here, and that's why I will keep doing this. But here, I'm trying to explain. Thank you, Lavoisier, for subscribing. Cornerstone, thank you for subscribing. Yes. Thank you. Grow the heck up. Thank you for subscribing. Okay, so please subscribe to me. And if you're also a broadcaster, let me know. I will be happy to subscribe back with you. If you're a broadcaster. Be happy to do that. Looking forward to seeing the videos. So I have so many planned. I actually have, there were so many topics that I've not been able to explain fully in a Periscope video because I get interrupted by a topic. Like Kelp will say something and then I'll be distracted and talk about something else and I'll miss the point. Like I'm talking about Wi-Fi here, and then I've kind of set the topic aside to respond to other things. So that's the benefit of the YouTube videos. The YouTube videos can be the quick summary. If you listen to me here and you find the topic is interesting, you can go watch the YouTube video associated with it, and then you can learn about the topic in a more simplified and quick way. Okay, that's why it's really essential that you subscribe to me on YouTube so you get the benefit of that. Okay, so we're up to 315 subscribers, and hopefully we'll get to more distracting than the crotch humor going in and out the same. Yes, Kelp, your questions are very distracting because your questions are often going against what I'm saying. I have the same ADHD. Thank you, J Key. Thank you so much. Okay, so please subscribe to me on YouTube, and I will tell you now about the issue about hacking your Wi-Fi. Let me just say this: for all intents and purposes, practically every Wi-Fi can be hacked. I'm talking about breaking the password with brute force. It's kind of the design. It's the way that the Wi-Fi was designed. So if you're using something called WEP, W-E-P, then you can be hacked in a matter of a few minutes. Okay, so if you're using WEP, you're zucked. So switch over to WPA2 for now, because that's the only thing you can do. And then it makes it more difficult to get hacked if you follow my password rules. So that's the second part of this. Okay. Let's say that you are now on WPA2 and I'm your neighbor and I want to use your Wi-Fi because I don't really want to pay for Wi-Fi, and you have high-speed DSL and it's cheaper for me to watch movies and all that using your Wi-Fi instead of mine. No one uses web. Wrong, boycott box. Wrong. Sorry, boycott box. That is quite wrong, because I can have a detector and I can find all the webs. I can run software on my PC and I find that some percentage, I'd say 10% of my neighbors are still on web. 10%, boycott box. 10%. If you have a newer router, it gets shipped out of the box with WPA2. If you have an older device and you don't know how to configure it, many of the older devices defaulted to WEP. And then if you have a very old device, it used WEP only, it didn't have WPA2. So there's actually an easy way to find out, because you can find out using Wi-Fi analyzer tools, and you can find out who's on WEP and who's not. Oh, the world is ending, Mitch. If you do not subscribe to me on YouTube, the world will end, Mitch. You have more Google Homes now? Oh my gosh, you also need Alexa Echo, Mitch. Mitch, what happened to your Alexa Echo? You need more of that. Okay, back to the topic. So, if you are not on WEP and you are on WPA2, if for some of you, you don't understand what I'm talking about, because you say, what the heck is WEP? What the heck is what? WPA2? My brother, my son, my daughter installed my Wi-Fi. I don't know anything about it. Okay, so, yeah, when you type in the password, often it may indicate to you what kind of password you're typing, if it's web password or WPA2. Sometimes it will tell you that, but if not, then you ought to ask if your device hasn't been updated in a long time. You should ask if your device is on WPA2 or not. Now, if your Wi-Fi is slow, then it may be very old because it doesn't have the 5 gigahertz option. Wi-Fi's are on two possible options, 2.4 gigahertz or 5 gigahertz. If you're only in 2.4, then it's an old router. Then you may want to change it to the one with 5 gigahertz. Okay? If you're on 5 gigahertz, chances are you're going to be on WPA2. Having said that, let's now assume that we've crossed this issue of WEP versus WPA2 and that you are now on WPA2 like 90% of the people. If you are in the 90% on WPA2, the problem hasn't ended. Somebody can hack your Wi-Fi. Now, what's the consequence of that? Many of you will say, well, who cares? So what? It's not going to kill me if they hack my Wi-Fi. Well, in theory, if your neighbor hacks your Wi-Fi, then they can use your bandwidth. Okay? So your Wi-Fi will slow down because somebody else is sharing the bandwidth with you. That may not be an issue if you bought 300 megabits per second Wi-Fi from your cable company, and you say, well, I can handle that. No big deal. It doesn't matter that my neighbor is stealing my Wi-Fi. I have a lot of capacity. Okay? Now, having said that, that's not really the main fear. It's not about somebody using your Wi-Fi. By the way, Kelp makes a good point, which is something I need to mention as well. But let's just say that you're not going to worry about the neighbor for the moment. The question is, what is the problem with somebody breaking into your Wi-Fi? Well, here's what happens, people. When somebody breaks into their Wi-Fi, they basically can see your zucking traffic. Okay? So, it's not a simple matter of saying somebody breaks into the Wi-Fi. If your neighbor breaks in, or somebody in the car outside breaks in, or you're at Starbucks and they break into the Starbucks, they don't have to break in, they know the password. So when you go into a system where into an environment where somebody can break into the password and know what the password is, they can now insert themselves as a man in the middle. It's not that simple, Salvatore, but you have to be a man in the middle first. Yes, Angel, with the exception of it cannot read encrypted traffic, either encrypted by a VPN or encrypted by HTTPS. So unencrypted traffic it can see quite well. Examples of unencrypted traffic, if you don't have a VPN, an example of unencrypted traffic, email. So if I hack into your network, the first thing I can see is all of your email going back and forth. In fact, I can write an automated program to just capture your email and store it in my server. I don't even have to watch you or do anything. I can do it in an automated way with a simple tool on Wireshark. I can just run Wireshark on your network, go track the traffic, and see what emails are passing through, and then save it because it's going to be in plain text. Okay, including attachments, including the zip file that you sent to your accountant with a password of social security number, which I can break in 0.01 seconds. Okay, so if that's if that's the kind of stuff that I can capture, then it will be stored in Wireshark into the log, and then I can set up in the file, look at it again at a later time, and capture the traffic. So there's an example. I don't even have to use the network to capture. All I have to do is look for keywords. If I say, okay, give me traffic that are alphabetical characters only, meaning non-binary. I don't use emails as it's all spam. Very good, Salvatore. Another good user. Yes. So if you go and if your Wi-Fi gets hacked, understand that you have now turned into Starbucks. If you get hacked, if your Wi-Fi gets hacked, you have just turned your Wi-Fi into Starbucks, which means you are subject to man in the middle, meaning I can interject myself and send you traffic to phish you and then trip you up to make you think that you're talking to your bank when you're actually transferring money to my account. Okay? So I can do that. I can do that from my car. I can do that from half a mile away, or if in more advanced cases, depending on the right equipment, I can do it from 2 miles away. Okay, so depending on how I want to handle that. So you don't even have to be visible on the street. You can be, down the block a ways, point your dongle antenna at your house, capture the Wi-Fi, break in, and so on. And now what you want to know is, how difficult is it to break into Wi-Fi? This is something that is built into Kali Linux. I mean, everyone with Kali Linux can, have all the tools in there to break into Wi-Fi. It's WPA2. It's you can find all the videos on YouTube on how to do it. It's just time consuming. It's not going to happen overnight. Now, here's the problem with current Wi-Fis that will be solved when WPA3 comes around. When WPA3 comes around, it will be very, very difficult to do brute force, if at all. When WPA3 comes around, we'll have to wait probably a year before we can have WPA3. But once we get WPA3, then they will not be able to easily do a brute force attack. But they don't even have to do a brute force attack, because the two ways to attack a password is by, again, to repeat my scopes of the last couple of days, the two approaches to breaking into password is a password dictionary, one, and second is brute force. You could probably break 40% of the passwords with a password dictionary, because most people don't follow the rules. What are the things that are easily try for 3 weeks and then you break into a bank account with negative balance? Sure, when you're ready to pay the rent, I take the money before you pay the rent. Yeah, right. I'll wait till there's a balance. Because, you put your paycheck in, and before your check's cleared, I took the money out. Okay, so there's, it should be of concern. It should be of concern. This is not something, this is not, I would consider this to be a fairly serious issue. Would concern me. So anyway, what I knew doesn't work now. Yeah, what you knew was probably web style, the new way. Well, it's still the same thing. It's going to be dictionary and brute force. So, again, the same password rules I gave you will apply. But, again, the rules are that if you don't want to be broken into using an offline attack, This is an offline attack. If you don't want to be subject to an offline attack, then you should make your password 12 characters in length. Listen, people, it's really simple. Change the password on your Wi-Fi to 12 characters, alphanumeric, have a number, have an uppercase as well as a lowercase, have a special character, and you're set for a while. No Salvatore. There's no need to go use excessive number of characters because you will just have typos when you're trying to type it in, especially on a mobile device. There's no need. 12. Yes, text is not encrypted. Text is readable by something called SS7. Brute force to gain. Yes, I read that story, Peter. In Germany, 20-year-old admitted to using brute force. I didn't know he used brute force. Okay, so brute force can break into a Wi-Fi password, and you want to stop that. And the way to stop it is to go 12 digits. 12 digits will stop it. But it's going to be stopped only in 12 digits if you use uppercase, lowercase, special characters, and a number. If you skip any one of those, then you need more digits. For example, let's say that Salvatore said, well, I want to use 32 characters. Well, if you're going to use 32 characters, you could theoretically do that with all lowercase. You don't need to change passwords so often. That's actually, as it turns out, there isn't much value to doing that. Because people change passwords by adding a number at the end, and they're easily broken as well. So it's not a good rule, unless there's a way to, it's just one more thing you got to remember. So, how obscure can a special character be? As long as it's accepted, and it doesn't need to be more than one. Here's the funny part: you can have just one special character. You can just have one number. You can just have one uppercase. That's actually enough to force brute force. Okay? So, because all you have to do is force them to use brute force, in which case, they'll give up because they'll say, oh, I got to brute force this. And then if they brute force it within the limit that they set, let's say it's a week, I'm going to brute force it for a week. If I can't figure it out in a week, then they're very well protected. It's not going to work for me. So hello, Ron. Okay? So brute force, you want to push them to brute force by using one of those rules, uppercase, underscore, whatever, special character, asterisk, slash, whatever, and then do yes, that's a hacker, not Darth Vader. That's hacker. I had several at work until we went to one login. Okay, so the rule is very simple. I'm not teaching you to have so many passwords that you can't remember it. The problem is somebody asked me, are we going to be able to do like biometrics instead of logins? And the answer is no. I am in the Death Star. That's why it's so dark in here. The answer is no. Biometrics have a problem because once a biometric password is stolen, you got to change it. Well, how do you change a biometric? Let's say I stole your biometric password because it converts it to a bunch of digits, and I stole those bunch of digits. You're zucked. That's why we'll never, biometric will always be like a two-factor. It's not going to be good enough by itself. You want to go reset your biometric? I don't use anything. I'm just saying very simple rules here for setting up the passwords. And I told you in my video on YouTube that you set up tiers of passwords, and I said just 4 password tiers, and it doesn't have to be very long. 8 digits for online, 12 digits for offline. Well, how many passwords do you have, Ron? That's what I'm saying. You only need 4. The only rule that I'm explaining to you that I'm repeat that applies to Wi-Fi's, the only rule aside from the size that I just gave you, which is 8 for online like websites, 12 for offline, including Wi-Fi, 12. Okay. The only thing I haven't explained to you is how to construct a password so it's not in the dictionary. If you understand how somebody built the dictionary, you will understand how to make sure you're not in the dictionary. Okay, this is how hackers will make a dictionary. This is how a hacker will make a dictionary. Okay, number one, they will take, this has actually been done. So this is what's been done. They take all the words in Wikipedia, every single word that's ever appeared in Wikipedia, in every language in Wikipedia. Okay? So don't tell me that, oh, I just converted it to French or I converted to Hindi and whatever. And, or I made my password in German and French and Japanese and whatever, and I'm safe. No, it is not. Because they will the password people have taken whatever it is in all languages, all dictionaries online in all languages as well. So all of Wikipedia, all of the encyclopedias, all the books that they can get that's online, and taken every single word from there and put it. Oh, they got it in Urdu too. So they put that in a big file, and they got every single word. And every single combination of words and every single sentence, if anything looks like a normal sentence that can be found in any of those places, you are zucked. And that includes leet speak. Somebody's going to ask me, what is leet speak again? Can somebody type leet speak for me? Come on, people. Type leet speak. Type leet. Do I have to do it for you here? I'm going to do it for you. Leet. Okay? Don't do leet speak and think, oh, I'm so smart. I'm going to do leet speak. Happy Zucking birthday, Ron. Zuck. What is the date today? Zuck. Happy birthday, Ron. Every known word, leet speak. Late speak. Okay, so happy birthday, Ron. Why haven't you been scoping, Ron? What happened? Did you go to Facebook now? I haven't seen you scoping in a while. Everyone was asking on my scope, where's Ron? It didn't show up in chat, showed up on your screen. Ron was in Florida. Okay, I was on a trip. Oh, fancy. Maybe fancy Florida. Yeah, I don't get to go anywhere, Ron. I just have to do YouTube videos now in my free time. If I'm not scoping, I got to make YouTube videos because, don't. Okay, so anyway, back to. By the way, all of your comments show up. This is something interesting that I just realized. All of your comments show up now, even if you blocked each other, because it will show up on YouTube. All of your comments, including to each other, will show up on YouTube. So if you're all been blocked by Ron, he can see your comments right there, and vice versa. FYI, there's no blocking now of comments because it's going to be on YouTube. So I have to mute you now. Yeah. Oh, yes, there you go, Ron. That now explains it. Some comments can be seen by people who blocked you, and some people you blocked that you can't see on Periscope, but it will show up on the video. Okay? So of course, Ron isn't going to use this feature because he likes to broadcast from a Zucking phone. So, because I'm a Zucking moron, I'm broadcasting on Zucking complicated equipment here. Hold on, get me my life saved. Let's hope he keeps his comments in his pants. Okay, so back to what I'm talking about. You have to worry about the words used in a password being in a dictionary. So do not use common words because they'll be in a dictionary. Now, let's say that you said, well, I'm not using common words. I'm using, password 123 or I love baseball and all this, which are so many of the passwords may not be in the dictionary per se as sentences and standard talk like leet speak, but they have been used as passwords in the past by somebody and they have been hacked. Therefore, they will be in the password dictionary from prior hacks. If you've ever used a password before and that password is from a prior hack and it's been hacked on Adobe and LinkedIn and Yahoo and all the different hacks in the past, Equifax, whatever the hack is, if they got the password, that password is now compromised. You can never use that password ever again. And the other thing is, obviously, don't use a password that somebody might have used, meaning don't copy somebody else's password that you've seen online because that will now be in the dictionary as well. So that's how they make a dictionary. If you post it online, it will be in a dictionary. So you avoid that and you try to make it obscure. And it's very simple to do. Just make sure that you obstruct, you cut up a word in a way that can't match in a dictionary. Okay? Is the most secure password ASCII? Well, most passwords have to be ASCII. Yes, Ron, you don't have to retype. I know you're not talking to yourself. Okay, so again, remember the quick rule here. It's very, very simple. When you're going to do your Wi-Fi password, make it 12 digits, alphanumeric, special character, upper lower, okay? Standard way that you do passwords, 12 digits, and just make sure that it cannot be found in a dictionary. And it can be quite easy to remember, and it only needs one of each. It's not necessary to evenly split it up into multiple special characters, multiple capital letters, multiple numbers. It's not necessary. Okay, as long as it's the right number of digits. Okay? So password 1 doesn't work because why does password 1 doesn't work? Because it's missing a special character A and it's in a dictionary. Kandavo, the problem with Steve Gibson's password generator is you can't remember it. So use something you can remember because you have to have about 4 sets of passwords. Now somebody said, why can't I have a password that's 30 digits? Because many systems will not allow 30 digits, in which case they will reject your password, in which case then you have to come up with another password. I'm giving you the minimum so that it can be used in multiple places. Okay, you can, if you create a password that works for several things, then you don't have to keep changing your password. How big is the dictionary file? There's somebody selling one with 1.5 billion words and phrases. 1.5 billion. Okay, that's a number of words in all languages. So that's it will be much faster to run a password through the dictionary than it is to do brute force. Okay, so let's say that I'll just give you an example here so you get a sense. Let's say that your password is 8 digits online, all lowercase. How long would it take to break that? I believe 8 digits for your Wi-Fi, all lowercase. Trying to remember, but maybe a day. Maybe a day. If it's all numeric, it'll be broken in minutes. No, actually, if it's all numeric 9 digits, it will be broken in. It will be broken in seconds, less than a second. Seconds. The one which annoys me is the Apple IPSW backup lock. if I just know what an IPSW is. It is dependent on your graphics card. No, you're doing online in a Wi-Fi. Now, this is why. This is the problem with Wi-Fi. Normally, you send a password to Wi-Fi, and then you wait for a response, which occupies it for a second before you get a response back. But you don't have to do that with Wi-Fi, because in Wi-Fi, you can actually send multiple signals at once. You can actually hack it to send many, many logins at one time into the router. That's why it's actually fairly easy to break in, because it doesn't reject any of them. If I send a router 5 login attempts at once simultaneously, it's going to accept it all. Which comment was that, Ron? Yes, I did miss that. Sorry. Yeah, I did miss that. Do I have to replay it? What's the problem now, Omar? My net worth 1.5 billion. Boy, I need that 1.5 billion. Well, I think you can't hack Trump because he doesn't use email. He doesn't use the internet. Not the one after that. Is it still here? Jeez, nah, get like after that. Oh, password notifications. That means I'd have to hack Periscope. You would sell from my boat. Okay, so Omar, what's the problem, Omar? What's the problem, Omar? You got a problem, Omar? So now, Omar, this is broadcasting on Twitch, on Periscope, on YouTube, with combined comments for all of the above, and Brax me. Okay, so this is all combined and live on all of the above. So any problems with that? So again, oops, lost the connection there. If you want to know what the answer to that question is, Angel, that's on the video on passwords. 4 tiers. You can do Twitch just from phone, yes. No one will watch you on Twitch, though. Yes, you're on Twitch right now, but there's no back. There is no storage of the video on Twitch. I don't store my video on Twitch. So after this broadcast is done, this video will be wiped out on Twitch. So the only place where this video is going to be visible is Periscope and YouTube. So Twitch is live only, and if some of you are making comments from Twitch, I'll be able to see it. But I'm not really paying attention to Twitch. Twitch is like my test platform. Okay. So again, I'm broadcasting live on YouTube, and I'm broadcasting live on Periscope, and I'm broadcasting live on BraxMe, and I'm broadcasting live on Twitch. Now, my approach, Ron, I'm going to tell Ron here because he's a latecomer. So my approach is I am now going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to be doing mostly videos on YouTube. And what I'm going to do is when I broadcast on YouTube, when I broadcast on YouTube, look at this. When I don't do squash, I don't even get 1,000 viewers. So yes, I'm not using squash right now. Not using squash. So anyway, what I'm going to do is doing my instructional videos and teaching videos on YouTube. So that's why you have to follow me on YouTube, because that's where you're going to see the actual instruction for some of the stuff that I'm teaching. And then I'm going to be using Periscope and YouTube Live to do the interaction, to explain it in detail and interact with you in case there's something not clear. Okay, so that's why you're gonna miss out if you do not follow me on YouTube. So if you're not following me on YouTube, you're gonna miss out on all the videos that I'm gonna be doing, and I've started to do them already. And this topic is actually supplemented by the password topic on YouTube. That's what the first video I made. Okay, so please follow me on YouTube so you can appreciate that and see what's coming up. And I'm going to be doing a lot of videos, a lot. Are you following me on YouTube, Ron? Even Ron doesn't subscribe to me on Zucking YouTube. Zuck! If no one watches you on Twitch, why do you restream? It's a good test platform because before I go live, I can see how the video looks. Basically, I can use Twitch as the test screen. So I don't really care. You know, it's not important for me to transmit on Twitch, but it's great for testing to make sure I'm broadcasting. Who knows? I only use YouTube for music. Well, now you can use it for something practical, such as to subscribe to Rob Braxman on YouTube. Okay, so please subscribe to me so you will get to see the new videos I'm going to be making, and there's going to be a lot of them. It's very hard to get a presence on YouTube, people. Very hard. Okay? It's very, very hard. So now, when Ron talks about his dick pics, it will now be on Zucking YouTube. Okay? When he talks about Pornhub, it will now show up on YouTube, permanently stored with the Zucking video. Okay? Okay. There. Even Ron, even that showed up on Zucking YouTube. Look. That is now on the YouTube video, permanently embedded. Omar just ignoring my explanation that I just gave. That I want permanently YouTube. Good. Okay. Omar is missing my my thing here again to explain, because Omar's saying that I'm cheating, that I'm a Bobkov cheater because I put squash in. So to Omar, this is Omar's explanation, that if I put squash in here, I must be Bobkov or Bobkov-like, because basically he says that if I'm putting a squash, I'm cheating. Okay, so explain that to me. Why would that be cheating? So if I'm a woman and I, show my legs, then they're cheating. I don't have anything to show, so I can show squash. Okay, but according to Omar, that would be cheating. Well, I'm not hiding it. Is this something hidden? Did I do this without your knowledge? Am I like showing you something? I call that Bobkov viewership version of Rob. Am I doing something that is surreptitious and it's fake? I mean, you can see it. You're taking up screen space. Okay, again, all of your comments are visible on the video, even if you blocked each other. Please pay attention to what I just said. All comments are visible, even if you blocked each other, okay? So, you're not. I'm actually liking it. It's smart. Well, yes, I'm using a technique that works on Periscope. It doesn't work on YouTube. It works on Periscope. So, if anybody has a complaint with it, my reaction is, suck you. Actually, I'm getting more complaints from the moralists on Periscope saying, that is so fucking disgusting that you're showing disgusting body parts on your video. And it's like, what disgusting body parts? I hate this. Too many sucking comments. Oh my gosh. Hide the comments. You don't need to read the comments on Periscope. You can see it on the screen. Too many complaints, Ron. Okay, so yeah, so it works. Now, let's see. Let's try a different method here. Okay, let's say, does that work? I don't know. Let's try this. Does this work? Or do I have to make it bigger? Maybe I have to make it bigger. There. Whatever works, people. Okay, well, the problem is it's overlaying the comments, so I gotta move it so the comments are under it. There. Okay? So there, whatever technique I gotta do, we gotta do, okay? Different techniques for different purposes. Stick to one picture the squash looks like, so that brings up the views. Yes, okay. So Omar wants me to use squash. He complains about the squash, but he really wants to see it. So there, we're back to the squash. Okay, it does work. What can you say? Okay, so there's Maggie. Maggie doesn't like the squash. I go away for vacation. Rod goes to yes, Ron, but nobody watches me anymore, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so back to what we're talking about. Thank you for the super heart or the sparkles. According to that screen, it's sparkles. Thank you for the sparkles. So appreciate it if you all follow me subscribe to me on YouTube. We are up to 321 followers on YouTube. We are up to 321 followers. By the way, the comments are combined, so whether your comments are coming from Periscope or YouTube, I'm seeing them all as one. Okay, so I'm not going to be ignoring you. You're going to be seen wherever you watch me from. If you watch me on YouTube or you watch me on Periscope, you get equal treatment. The only thing is, please follow me on YouTube, because if you don't follow me on YouTube, you're not going to see the new videos that I'm going to be making, because it's not going to be all live streaming. Okay? Yes, John. Yes. All comments can be seen. You're missing Zuckbook Live to broadcast on. Omar, why don't you broadcast on Zuckbook Live? That's the one place you're never. Oh my gosh, Ron is like, so upset now. Zuck! This sucks! Okay, so. Again, to emphasize a different approach here. By the way, this is the first time I've integrated the Periscope comments in here. So this is the first time I've integrated the Periscope comments, and there's a lot more comment flow, and I don't know what to do if I'm going to want to turn that off at times. So I have to come up with a different approach depending on. This is the first time I can never. The Zuck and YouTube comments, Zuck. The Zucking YouTube comments suck. What the Zuck are you talking about? Okay, so back to what we're talking about. My intent is for YouTube to be the instructional portion. I'm going to do my instructionals on YouTube. I'm going to do my interaction to explain, and so you can ask more detailed questions and learn about it personally through my interactions with you on Periscope. So I'm not going to stop doing Periscope. However, I will be doing my instructional videos only on YouTube, not here. So this will be the long version. YouTube will be the shortened version. And so it will be different content from what I have here, Maggie. Very, 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 very different content from what I have here. And so I've already started and putting videos in. I will have many videos again this coming week. And I showed you that I have, a new vlogging camera. And what's different about doing this is it's a selfie camera. Okay? Selfie camera. What the Zuck are you saying, Ron? 99% of those comments are Periscope. Maybe 99.9. 99% of the comments you're reading are not on Zucking YouTube. What the Zuck are you talking about? They are from Periscope. They're just on screen. They are Periscope comments, but it allows people on YouTube to see what the Zuck you're saying. Otherwise, they don't know what's being said here on Periscope. So now it allows them to see it. And my screen is big enough where you can do that. I see what Ron's problem is. Ron's problem is he can see the comments from people he blocked. You can hide the Periscope comments if you want. You don't have to see both comments. That's Ron's problem. He's seeing... let me explain why, Ron. Because you blocked half of Periscope. That's why. You blocked half of Periscope. My block list is so small. So... oh, gosh. Now they can see your comments too. They can see your comments too. This is funny. Yeah, it is kind of funny. So yes, you can have your fighting now in public. Yet. Well, it's funny to me, Ron. You block half of Periscope. What's the solution to that? Why don't you go and block them all? Okay, so again, this is not about Ron's blocking. The question is now is to follow me on Zucking YouTube. Follow me on Zucking YouTube. This is very important to me because I think I can give you a lot of content that's different from what I give on Periscope. On YouTube, I will actually be scripting it. So you will get a more focused, discussion of some of the topics, and you can still interact with me here on a regular basis. It's just that you will get different content on my YouTube account. So it's really difficult to set up a YouTube account. It really is very, very difficult to set up a YouTube account and get followers. This is why I kind of have to get you to support me here, because as many followers as I have on Periscope, it's really hard to get any significant amount of followers on YouTube. It's really a problem. Look, this is Zuck too much. I'm wearing okay, so Omar's what's your problem, Omar? Everyone has a problem today. Just like everyone has a ducking complaint. So the only thing I got to worry about, is how it impacts me. So, and if the rest of you are, and in general, how the rest of you reacted. What is too much? Somebody said, I don't want your background. You get too much of, they don't like the green screen. I took out the green screen, and then they still ducking complain. Because Omar, Periscope is not a suitable platform for everything I'm trying to do. I cannot raise my audience. Otherwise, I would do it. I mean, my goodness, isn't that obvious? Should not be obvious. Give me a break. Okay, so Mitch, are you following me on YouTube, Mitch? Are you subscribing to me on YouTube? It's constantly raining here in Germany. That's your problem at the moment. We don't need zucking comments on the screen. Well, the problem is that the people in YouTube cannot see your comments. That will be very soon. So actually, I didn't know that the Periscope comments would show up today. That was actually hello, Lenny PR. That's actually unexpected. That was unexpected things. So for those who want to do it, I believe I can turn it off as well. I don't give a rat's ass. I can actually turn it off. This is a good test too to see if it's important to do it. It's actually interesting to note if it. I don't even know if I turn it off, does the super hard notifications turn off too? I don't know. Okay, so Mitch likes the comments on screen. Omar says he doesn't like comments on screen. Ron said he likes the comments on screen. Okay, anybody have any comments? Who likes comments on screen? Who doesn't like comments on screen? Can you give me a vote? Can you give me a vote? Yeah, I already know the existing votes. Just give me new votes. Okay, I want to see the vote. So I like comments on screen. Okay, so okay, 10 out of 10. No, Zucking hate the comments. Yes, so 2 people hate comments on screen. Who bleeped you? I don't know. I'm blind, cannot tell. Okay, so basically 2 are against. The rest, I'm not coming back to this shit. They're bigger issues. I don't really care. It's your gig. Do it your way. No, It's interesting to get a response. This is the first time I've done it. No, I'm actually. It's It's interesting to know. I actually I'm interested to know what people think. Yeah, I'm interested to know what people think. It's not. I seriously. Seriously. Okay. Common screen is not because you see it faster. Okay, so well, I'm gonna research it, Ron, and see what it looks like either way. I'm gonna watch the replay and see. I'm gonna watch the replay and see. See if it works or doesn't work. Conceptually. Well, Ron, you block so many people and they're always here every time. If you're here, they're here as well. Comments, yes. Okay. Yeah, if you don't want to see double comments, you can block Periscope from showing Periscope comments. Yeah, so I understand, Ron. I'm actually going to take that to heart because I didn't know about that behavior. Okay, I didn't know it did that, so that's kind of a new thing. I just learned that now. So that's a negative. If you block each other, then you can be seen. That's interesting side effect here that I did not realize. Okay. So I respect that. I got to think about that. Okay, so I got to think about it in a way I didn't really plan for it to show. I was actually surprised it showed up. So apparently Streamlabs just does it automatically. I logged into Periscope and it put it in. Okay, and it's good that I was able to test it. Why does it matter? Because it doesn't actually filter the blocking. So if you block somebody in the past, you don't see the comments. And now, if you're blocked, let's say there's a troll in here you don't like, and you block that person, well, the comments are not going to be blocked. They're going to show up on screen. So that could be a negative. Let's say there's a troll that somebody's not. This is not a Ron Waxman issue. This is let's say there's a bad troll that's trolling you and trolling you here, and you block them so you don't have to see them, and then they show up on top. That's kind of an issue. That's kind of an issue. So, I respect that because that's the way that's what blocking was for, was to say, okay, if somebody's bothering me and I don't want to be bothered, then you just block and it's invisible. But when you're reading the comments and then watching from the lobby with comments may bring down viewer count. Yeah, viewer count is down with this style, but the hours, the minutes, the broadcast time will be up. The time per viewer will be up. I guarantee the time per viewer will be up. Okay. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna study it, and then I'll choose a way, and then you may or may not like it. If you don't like it, then you're gonna make your own decision about it. So that'll be. But I will certainly give it thought. It's not. I'm not gonna decide it. Just willy nilly. I'm gonna think about it. But in the meantime, the more important issue is we're trying to get YouTube followers, Mitch. We're trying to get YouTube followers here so that you can see I got to get visible on YouTube. Hope you had a good vacation, Ron. Hope you had a good I don't know if it's a vacation or business trip, but I hope you had a nice trip. So please follow me on YouTube so I can be visible and I can show you my content, and I will be energized to create more content on YouTube, which will be for your benefit. I really am going to be half vacation and then business trip. Okay, I'm going to be really dedicating a lot of time to these YouTube videos. I had to do like a crash course and learn how to make videos. So it's doing well, Mitch. Everything is doing well. So one of the features that I'm offering on Brax.me for broadcasters, if you're a broadcaster and you want to do what I'm doing here, which is broadcasting on several platforms, primarily YouTube, Periscope, Brax.me, and Twitch. Whether or not you need Twitch is up to you. But some people cannot broadcast on YouTube. The reason you can't broadcast on YouTube is YouTube requires at least 100 subs before they give you broadcast rights. So you have to have existing videos before they give you broadcast. So because it's important to expand the market, Greek God. So if you're interested in doing what I'm doing, which is protect the reason that you want to protect yourself, Ron, is I don't know about Periscope. There's a bit of a risk with Periscope here. Are you certain Periscope is going to make it, Ron? Serious question. So this is not my logic. This is a logic that I'm just explaining to you. For so many of you, you may worry about if your investment in Periscope will pay off if something happens to Periscope. So by doing this, yes, of course, it's a live broadcast. So by doing this, we actually are I'm achieving two things here. This is not really my primary. I am not leaving Periscope, so this is not my primary concern. My primary concern is that I want to have a different market. Yes, Greek God, that will be perfect. Okay, this is my primary market is to get to expand the market to get more people, because unfortunately, Periscope is not doesn't do everything that I want it to do, and it doesn't have the reach, and it doesn't have the search engine capabilities of YouTube. This is really the problem. Is being able to be searched in the world. You cannot be searched on Periscope like you can be searched on YouTube. So if you have a presence on YouTube, I can be searched everywhere, including on Periscope. So if you're a broadcaster, you will realize you have the same issues I have, and you're going to say, I want to do multi-streaming. However, I'm going to tell you from experience that you don't want so many platforms, because some of you have said, well, what about doing this on Facebook Live and Instagram and Live AF and on and on and on, all these platforms? No. I don't recommend that, people. Seriously. Do not recommend it. It's very hard to manage. It's very, very hard to manage multiple platforms. The reason that it's very important to get to YouTube is because YouTube has the second biggest search engine. So if you want to be found, the best place to be found is YouTube. Right now, I'm not really found anywhere. So if I want to be found, I got to be on YouTube. Now, beyond that, do I really need more than Periscope? Probably not. I don't even need Twitter, really. What do I say in Twitter anyway? Okay, so that's my thing. That's a new thing. This is my approach, and it's you can benefit from my approach if you want. Subscribe to Brax.me, and if you are a Periscope VIP, I will give you a coupon to do this kind of thing for free. The same thing I'm doing, Restream. This is a paid service. I'm giving it to you for free if you're a Periscope VIP. If you're not a Periscope VIP, it's $50 a year. Okay, so it's still not that much money. But if you're a Periscope VIP, I will give it to you for free, because I hope you will talk about me on your scopes. If that will be the exchange. You talk about me, hopefully, and that will be the benefit. But for the rest of you, for $50, you can do it. $50. You can broadcast on all these platforms. I should be a VIP, to be honest. You have to be a broadcaster, Maggie. You are a VIP. You're a VIP to me, Maggie. You're just not broadcasting. So if you're a broadcaster, you can do exactly what I did here. And this is the first time I've actually tried it. You can see the quality is very good on YouTube, especially. I talk about you on everyone's scopes. Ask around. I know Enlighten Up. I do know that. I do know that. Thank you. So the reason I'm talking specific about VIPs, and by the way, you already have that kind of account, Enlighten Up. You already have free access. Pastor, that's pretty cool, man. Thank you, Pastor Hunt. Okay, so let's say, Pastor Hunt, you want to broadcast on all these platforms, Twitch, YouTube, and Braxme and Periscope. As long as you're Periscope VIP, it's very, very easy. Have you ever played a keyboard guitar? As long as you're a Periscope VIP, then you can do this for free. And just spread the word so that other VIPs can use it as well. And then you can now leverage your social media on multiple platforms. Plus, you have Braxme as a platform to bring your users in and talk to them offline when you're not broadcasting. And then Braxme has a very extensive platform for community building and monetization. So this is actually a much bigger thing than I'm so confused now. Which beetle am I? Okay, so this is my approach, and I'm hoping that people. How do you do this? I was spending a lot of money on Restream.io. Yes, you do not have to do Restream.io. Go to Brax.me. Go to the app Brax.me. Pastor Hunt. Go to the app Brax.me and contact me, Rob Braxman. Okay, I'm Rob Braxman, as you can see up there. Find me on Brax.me. And I'll give you a coupon code. And then what will happen is then you use the coupon code, upgrade your Braxme account to the upper level, and your settings will show up with a new category called Brax.live Restream. Brax.live Restream will show up in settings. Okay? And then you fill it up with your stream keys, and that is the URL you will use instead of Restream.io. And then I recommend using Streamlabs if you want the comments to be combined. Optional, you can use OBS. Streamlabs OBS is built in with a way to combine the comments. Okay? So That's what I'm offering. It's really simple, and it's doing the transcoding that you pay for. Transcoding is being paid for on Restream.io. Okay, here I'm giving it to you for free. So for a while. Okay. So for a while, there's your squash. You're missing the squash. Okay, so hopefully you can spread the word to other VIPs about what I'm doing here, and I don't even really like squash, and I eat everything. Thank you. I want to see Wackman and Brackman do a cookie show together. Okay, I'm going to fap to this. Okay, so anyway, spread the word about doing the broadcast. Doing this on multiple streams like I am, and I will offer it free to those who are Periscope VIPs. If you are not a Periscope VIP, it's only $50 a year to this restream, so it's not a big deal. And then using Streamlabs, you can do exactly what I'm doing here. Okay, and at the moment, I support Twitch, Periscope, YouTube, and BraxMe. And BraxMe is always included in the broadcast. You don't have to do anything special. It'll automatically just broadcast to BraxMe. Okay, so that's all included here. And hopefully you will start to see what BraxMe offers for your community, because it has no Facebook, no Pastor, no. I'm anti-Zuck. Okay, I'm anti-Zuck. So not gonna. Somebody said Instagram. I could consider Instagram, but So if you're my main thing is for Periscopers who feel like they need to get the attention of the second biggest search engine in the world, which is YouTube. But if you're interested in learning about broadcasting to 50 different platforms at the same time, I don't think it will work for you. I don't think broadcasting on that many platforms actually does anything, because you can't interact. Ching chong, something wrong. Stick an egg roll up my Zucking's ass. Are we back to that? Goodness, I thought we were done with that. I was back in the old days. Okay, so let's your tech help on. Yeah, there's going to be a lot more of that. So come on, we have 324 subscribers. Certainly, we can get one more before I end this broadcast. One more subscriber on YouTube. Come on, people. One more subscriber on YouTube, and again, I'm going to make many new videos that you're going to benefit from, to learn how you will not get hacked like this. Stacy Jaw here is going to get hacked, doxxed, surveilled, and profiled. Okay? So how do you avoid being like Stacy Jaw here so you don't get hacked, doxxed, surveilled, and profiled? How? How do you avoid that? By watching my YouTube videos that I'm going to be making starting this week. So you can do so if you follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube. So are you subbing back? If you ask me to sub back, I will. Just leave me a message. Korshy Blues. Not a problem. Okay, so if you want me to sub back, okay, Pastor. Okay, thank you, Pastor. I will sub back too. Okay, so if you want me to sub back, if you're a broadcaster, then let me know. Okay. Go Rice Girl. I don't even know what the Zucky's saying. Zucking egg rolls up in Zucking's ass. I don't know what he's talking about. It's like some, what language is that? Are you Zucking Korean, Stacy Ja? Is that what you're saying? Anyway, so I will be broadcasting music tomorrow. So tomorrow will be straight music, only on Periscope, not on YouTube. I will make a YouTube video tomorrow, but I will. You like my egg rolls plain? No ass. Okay, we have to revoke our Asian card. Your Asian card. Yes, you can revoke my Asian card. Yes. I'm no longer a fella yella. 8 p.m. same time. 8 p.m. Yeah. So tomorrow I will have the band in the house. We will broadcast right here, live with the band and a quartet. Where's the zucking from, Stacy Ja? Where the zuck are you from? Zucking Zucker. Your daughter made lumpia and pancit. It was great. Yeah, good for you because I haven't had lumpia and pancit in probably years. It's not something I asked for. It's not one of my favorite Filipino dishes. So I hardly ever see lumpia and pancit. Okay, so anyway, I will tomorrow will be a music broadcast with the band right here, and then I have a concert on Thursday, which will not be broadcast, and I will record it on this fancy new vlogging camera. I'll record the whole gig with this, and then hopefully it will be high quality enough, and then I can post it somewhere for you to watch or broadcast it on Periscope. So that's the plan. This will be handy also for Periscope. Okay, so music tomorrow, music on Thursday, and videos in between. You're going to see videos in between. I'm not going to be broadcasting on Periscope till Friday for normal stuff. This is a new Canon G7X Mark II, which is a vlogging camera. So very, this is what every YouTuber has one of these. Crazy Rich Asians won in Critics' Choice. How much? This is the cheaper one. The Sony one is much more expensive. This one is $649. This one is $649. The Sony RX100 was over $1,000. So I said, Zuck that. Not going to pay over $1,000 for a Zucking camera. No, that's good enough for me. $649. I prefer Canon for cameras, better lenses. $649 plus tax. Correct, John. Yes. It's $649 on Amazon. $649 on. I need a new laptop before. Yeah, you can buy a laptop for $649. Zuck. Yes, you can buy a laptop for $649. So okay, guys, I'm gonna say goodnight, and hopefully the rest of you can pass the word to other broadcasters about what I'm doing here, which is multicasting with the combined comments. I'm using Streamlabs OBS and Braxstat Live to do the broadcast. You can even buy the Mac Pro. I don't have a Zucking Mac Pro. Okay? So I need money to live. I can't live... I don't even know what I'm saying, but okay. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you on YouTube for next couple days. See you on YouTube. Good night. Bye bye.